What is do, my gente? Your voice coming through otra vez with another video. And on today's video, I want to talk to you about something that happened to me the other day, right? Usually, people like me and other content creators, we drop stories, right? And where there's a victim and a victimizer. We get these stories from, I don't know, life experiences, from the news. And when it comes to the news, it's public information, right? So maybe if I tell you a story, man, maybe you can have a different perspective when it comes to stories, right? Because everybody wants to concentrate on the event. Who was it? What happened? Somebody got hurt. What happened later on? Stuff like that, right? But we never concentrate on the big picture, which I think is the people behind these guys, right? Family members and stuff like that. See, one time I dropped a story, right? Which I believe was an incident that happened inside a prison. It was a 2-on-1, I think. It was a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. But the victim became unalive, right? And out of nowhere, one time I got a message, and it was a girl, right, saying that if I can not mention her dad in the video, right? Usually, when I present this type of stories, I don't put the victim on the thumbnail. Why? Because I want to show respect. I don't want to how I see the thumbnail is more like a wall of shame, right? So the aggressors go on the wall of shame. You know, as for the victim, is in the video if you want to look at it. So the girl apparently sees the video, saw that her dad picture, and I was like, you know what? I'll bring down the video, right? For sure. There's no problem with that, you know? I'm not just gonna cut a piece and be like, nah, just bring the whole thing down. If it's that difficult, why? Because I have to understand one thing, man. That yeah, we want to tell the story. Yeah, we want the viewers, but at the same time, there's people who are going through a difficult time behind the scenes, right? And I'm pretty sure it's pretty difficult to see this type of videos, and they don't want this information to be out there, right? So I did empathize with her. Now, something happened to me the other day in where I got a different message, but it was for a different reason. This time was not for the victim. It was actually for one of the aggressors. So I had dropped a story about the Amwood Correctional Facility that is in Santa Clara, California. And the story was about 3 inmates who beat up another inmate for 14 minutes, I believe, nonstop, to the point of sending him to a hospital in critical condition. Eventually, after, I don't know, 5 days, a week, sadly, the victim lost his battle and became unalive. And I reported the story, right? Eventually came on the news. They showed the 3 individuals going to court and their names and stuff like that, and then the details of the story, which I present that to you guys. So I went ahead and do it, and I put it up there. So this woman, I don't know where, not saying who she was or nothing like that, asked me, hey man, can you clip his name out of the video, and also can you take his face off the thumbnail? And I was thinking about it, right? I was like, hold on, what? I mean, this guy's the aggressor, you know, like, was to trip on it, right? It's public information. But I was like, you know what? When she told me about this, I was thinking about not even about her, because I don't know if she's related. Well, she didn't say that, but just imagining that this individual might have a granddaughter. Just imagine she having a picture of her grandpa, and then all of a sudden she comes across this video in where her grandpa was part of unaliving another man. That's sad. And this should be an example for many of us, right? That think that our actions are not going to affect nobody else except us at the moment, right? It's either the victim or the victimizer. But no, it affects a lot of people. So when I was thinking about this, it was like, man, it will, I mean, it sucked if there was a granddaughter and she came across this video and whatever believed she had about her grandparent was taken away just because she saw this video. And because of that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna erase his face and I'm gonna take out his name and his picture out of the video, right? Because of her. You know, it's just being or having empathy for the family. Yes, they were not the family of the victims, but they still going through it. They're still going through it. They feel ashamed of what happened, and now it's basically he's gonna do life in prison, right? Uh, and I don't know if other content creators come across this, man, but this is my second time, and you know what? There's no need for leaving a video out there if it's gonna bring harm on the family, right? It's like, come on, for what, $10, $50? It's not worth it, man. But what I want you guys to learn from this is basically that every action that we do, man, we take, us as selfish as we are, we think that it's not gonna affect nobody, right? It's basically only the people who are gonna be directly affected, which is the people present or whatever. But there's people who get affected indirectly, and that's gonna be our families, man. Whether we like to admit it or not, that's what it is, man. And there's a lot of people involved in this story, even though there's only 4 individuals in this story. There's other people, that family members, and it sucks. But hopefully, we can understand this and learn something. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we shouldn't tell the stories, stuff like that. I'm not saying that we shouldn't tell the stories because it's public information at the end of the day. But what I'm saying that maybe sometimes we have to be have empathy for the family if they ask us for a favor. It doesn't cost us nothing, man. And I'm pretty sure different individuals that tell these stories, put these stories on the internet, their family members, the family members of the victims or the victimizers might contact them and ask them for this. So it doesn't take much to do something. So this is what I want to tell you guys. Hopefully you learn something from this event. So don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. We are out to next video. Gracias.